All right, we are going to look at a few older quarters, 25-cent coins, and then we are going to get more modern here as we go into the Washington quarters. This is a 1807 draped bust quarter that sold for $630,000 at auction. So if your parents, your grandparents, maybe your spouse or somebody has a coin collection and they leave it to you and you inherit a coin collection, right? You always want to know what you have. You don't want to just take it to a coin shop not having any knowledge of what you have. Obviously something like this, $630,000. Could you imagine just giving that away for a few $100 or so? That would be pretty devastating. Now, at the bottom of this coin, you can see that it has the 25 with this C and dot, meaning 25 cents. Love the design of this reverse. I think it's pretty cool. United States of America, just so much history there. Imagine all the people that held this coin and the time period in which it lived in. I just love the history of coins. Like I say, $630,000 for that coin. Now here's an 1876 seated Liberty 20-cent coin. So we're not looking at a 25-cent coin here, we're looking at a 20-cent coin. So we'll see here on the reverse at the bottom of the coin, you'll see the CC mint mark, which refers to Carson City. It is the 20 cents. It is in phenomenal condition for a coin like this. This rare, this low minted, graded at a mint state 64 by PCGS, the coin grading company. This coin sold for $470,000 at auction. Look at that doubling there on the lettering of Liberty. That is amazing. $470,000. Unbelievable. Now here is a 1901S barber quarter. 25-cent coin, right? $quarter. Now this coin, you can see that it's in worn condition. It's just graded at a genuine coin. It's not some mint state, high grade, extremely good conditioned coin, right? Looks like a silver coin that we find in our coin collections, just worn down silver quarter, right? But this is a super rare date. So this is the 1901 S mint mark. So in 1901, for the S mint mark, not the no mint mark or the O mint mark, for the S mint mark, they only produced a little over 72,000 of these coins. Now for the O mint mark from 1901, they produced 1.6 million. The no mint mark 1901, 8.8 million. So 72,000 here for this S mint mark. The S mint mark is there on the reverse at the bottom of the coin. Super, super rare in any condition just to have this coin because they did not produce a lot of them, mint a lot of them. So this coin sold for $4,100 in that condition. If you have it in a high mint state grade, you were talking thousands and thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands in some cases. All right, so let's move on here to a 1920 D mint mark. Now this is in phenomenal condition. The coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 68 plus. It has the full head. So here's an example of the full head on the Standing Liberty silver quarters here. This is the 1920 D mint mark. As we zoom in there on the date, you can see the D to the right of that star there. Pretty noticeable. Awesome toning to the coin as well. Just an awesome coin here. Graded at that super high grade. The coin grading scale only goes up to 70. This is at a 68 plus. And, it's not the lowest minted quarter. They've produced over 3.5 million of these. There are, ones that are much more rare than that by date and mint mark. But to have it in this condition is super rare. It's probably a one of one, I would imagine, in this condition, population-wise. So this coin ended up selling for $372,000 at auction. Whew. Let me know what you guys would do with $300,000 in the comments below. All right, so here is a 1932 Denver minted Washington quarter. Now this quarter, even in this condition, only graded at a VF 25 by Annex. You see the condition of the coin, right? It's not the best by any means. This is not a high grade coin, right? But the coin still sold for over $100, and that's because it is a low minted coin in comparison to other Washington quarters. So for the 1932 D mint mark, which is what we're looking at here, they only produced 436,000 of those coins. Very, very low minted. The 1932 S is even more rare. They only produced 408,000. So $100 in that condition. just because they did not make a lot of those coins. Now, if you compare it to this coin here, 1932 D mint mark, however, it is in very good condition. This coin sold for $82,000 at auction. So you see the difference between a $100 coin and an $82,000 coin is that condition slash grade. So that high grade is what gives this coin the value, and of course its rarity of only, you know, over 400,000 of these coins being produced. So, you know, that is a super rare coin to look for. 1932 D mint mark. If you guys you know, if your grandpa or, you know, your grandma or spouse or your brother or sister, whatever it may be, your family member gives you a coin collection, you know, this is definitely a date to look for. All right, so here is a 1932 S, the even more rare coin. So only what, 408,000 I said of these. This is graded at a mint state 66, so very nice grade. The coin ended up selling for over $20,000 at auction. Again, you will see the S mint mark there on the reverse of the coin at the bottom of the Washington quarter there. So 20 grand. Now here's a 1937 Washington quarter graded by PCGS at a mint state 66. Now, very nice grade, very good condition, but another thing that gives this coin a lot of value is that it has a double die obverse. So if we zoom in there on the date, you can see that doubling there on the numbers, as well as on the lettering, the motto there, "In God We Trust." You can see that doubling there. Very, very visible doubling on this coin. So always look for that. If you have a 1937 Washington quarter, this coin sold for over $19,000 at auction, because of the high grade and because of that doubling. Now here's a 1939 S. Now they've produced over 2 million of these coins, 1939 S. So they're not, you know, super rare, but you know, they're not super common either. But to have it at this grade in this condition by PCGS, you know, in an older holder, it's going to sell. And that's why the coin almost sold for $10,000. It has some nice toning to it as well. Around the rim of the coin there, that's awesome. In this condition, that's what it sold for, around $10,000. Mint state 67 plus. Very, very nice grade there. Now here's a 1943 Washington quarter. So this is again 90% silver. All these quarters 1964 and prior are going to be 90% silver. This is graded by PCGS at a mint state 66, so again, very nice condition, and it also has doubling on the front of the coin. So again, on the date 1943, and on the motto "In God We Trust," as well as even the word liberty there, you can see doubling on that lettering. Very, very visible double die obverse here. So, you know, always look for that on your 1943 Washington quarters as well. So here's a 1950 Washington quarter. Now this one is supposed to be the D mint mark, but it has the D over the S mint mark. So here's an example of what that looks like. Again, that mint mark will be at the bottom on the reverse of these quarters. Now this quarter is also in phenomenal condition. It's graded by PCGS at a mint state 67. And you know, that high grade and the mint error, of course, is what's going to give the coin value. You know, this coin ended up selling at auction for over $29,000. Man, $29,000, you can do a lot with 29 grand. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.